Meets the immovable object in the first of a four-part saga that embraces all three domestic competitions in the space of 19 days. For episode 1, Arsenal include the young French striker Jérémy Aliadière for only his third Premiership start. Lauren replaces the injured Touré at right back. Mark Schwarzer returns in goal for Middlesbrough. The midfield stiffened by the recall of Dorival instead of Juninho, but their problem remains a chronic lack of goals. Thierry Henry has scored twice as many as the entire Borough starting 11 put together. Today, though, he's up against the considerable defensive qualities of fit-again Ugo Ehiogu and Gareth Southgate. The Barclaycard Premiership's meekest attack belongs to Middlesbrough, its mightiest defence to Arsenal. But the Borough aren't far behind in that respect. Their side is built with containment in mind, a problem for Arsene Wenger perhaps. He says this is the most important of the 4 meetings, although really it's 5, because Arsenal's ladies, managed by kitman Vic Akers, are also due to play Middlesbrough in the Women's FA Cup. Aliadière, Southgate ineffectual in the challenge, chance for Aliadière, saved by the trailing leg of Schwarzer after only 40 seconds. Mistake by Gareth Southgate, seized upon by the young striker. Good ball for Cole. Comes to Henry. Might have been cleared by Danny Mills. And you can't be generous to Thierry Henry. And Mark Schwarzer has made 2 smart saves in the opening couple of minutes here. McLaren's managerial record against Arsenal doesn't really bear much scrutiny. It reads played 6, lost 6. After you, Dorival, Kedru. Job at the point of the Middlesbrough attack, joined now by Nemeth. Here's Zenden. Arsenal with 9 back behind the ball, but there's Dorival. Slightly surprising Jens Lehmann with the power of his shot, and very nearly continuing a fine Brazilian tradition of scoring in this fixture. Juninho, Gilberto, and own goals by Edu and Silvinho in recent years when Arsenal have played Middlesbrough. Aliadière, Ehiogu slid in. Aliadière has slipped away and he's got bags of support, and it still comes to Ljungberg. And then Gilberto, who might have had a whack, chose to pass. And it all stemmed from Dorival's mistake in failing to clear in the first place. Lauren. Henry. Middlesbrough not looking as secure as their defensive record might suggest. But Aliadière's made a lively start. Rueful smile on the face of the Arsenal manager. It's the age-old problem at Highbury. How to break down opposition that come visiting with limited ambition. It's a fair ball for Boudewijn Zenden, who can show his old wing skills if he wishes. Instead it's Joseph Job. 2 over far side for Middlesbrough. Vieira, Boateng in there, and Lehmann grateful to plunge on the ball. Middlesbrough's attacking threat is at best sporadic, but it was almost an opportunity for George Boateng to make it 1-0 to the Borough. Steve McLaren has been studying a tape of one of only 2 Arsenal defeats this season, when Inter Milan came here and won 3-0. And his side is set up as Inter were that night, although not, I'm sure he wouldn't mind me saying, with quite the same quality and quite the same number of positions. It's not working out on the edge of the box. Now it might for Ljungberg. Really, it's only when Middlesbrough make a mistake that Arsenal are getting a clear sight of Mark Schwarzer's goal. This time, it was Southgate who was caught in possession, but Ljungberg couldn't take full advantage. Pires. Vieira goes down. Oh, referee says penalty. It was Ehiogu's challenge, and Andy D'Urso has ruled it to be illegal. And he did lunge for the ball, didn't get that, but did get a piece of Patrick Vieira. Sent him spinning. Danny Mills is pushing this to the limit, and some would say beyond. And Vieira has had to come and intervene so that Henry can concentrate on the task in hand. And the referee is also watching for encroachment here. It's Henry, and Schwarzer went the right way, but couldn't get there. And we don't need that. A provocative celebration by Henry. And he's telling Danny Mills precisely what he thinks of him. And I'm a little surprised that the referee hasn't got in there. Goal scorers have been told not to be provocative in their celebrations, and that clearly is. And whilst admiring Thierry Henry as a marvellous player, he should be cautioned for that. No fault with the penalty, it was ideal, right in the corner. Savable height, but not savable pace. But what followed should have led to a yellow card for Thierry Henry, and arguably for Danny Mills as well, for being so silly in the first place. Vieira. Free kick given against Downing. He was disappointed, but not, I think, surprised. It's just at the limit of Thierry Henry's range, around about 30 yards. Oh, kicked away. Or was it the post that it hit? Southgate was stationed right by the upright, and it rebounded from the post, I think. There was a clunk, which indicates it was woodwork rather than... Southgate will argue he did have it covered. And here's Pascal Sigon for Arsenal, who've now scored in all but one of their last 50 home Premiership matches. Usually they get more than one. Here's Pires, down he goes, free kick. More danger for Middlesbrough prior to half-time. May have got a touch on the ball, but the angle from which the challenge came in meant it was always likely to be penalised. Another test for Mark Schwarzer. Be one of two Frenchmen to take. Of Arsenal's 59 goals this season, 37 have been contributed by the French contingent, and only 3 by Englishmen. Second minute of first half stoppage time. Arsenal a goal up. Henry, correction, 2 up. And it's an own goal. Franck Kedrou left crestfallen on the floor. For the 4th time in the last 4 seasons, there's an own goal in this fixture, and it will go down against the name of Franck Kedrou. Yet another Frenchman scores for Arsenal, but not one of their own. A feisty half, featuring a couple of men behaving badly. Danny Mills should have known better, so too Thierry Henry, whose penalty put Arsenal in front, and then in stoppage time, an own goal by Franck Kedrou makes it Arsenal 2, Middlesbrough 0. A 4-goal win will put Arsenal top. That doesn't look beyond them. They've achieved that once against Middlesbrough this season, up at the Riverside in August. Here's Vieira, and now Kanu, who's a new arrival. On for the injured Ali Adier, who's got knee trouble at half-time. Ashley Cole. And Danny Mills. Middlesbrough have also made a change. Chris Riggott has replaced Ugo Ehiog, who's gone off with a groin strain and, one imagines, twisted blood. That's why Kanu is on. Ehiog had a difficult first half, giving away the penalty. Henry. Foot on the gas. Frightening, isn't it? Pires offside. Oh, and a little unnecessary push from Danny Mills. He'd heard the whistle and thought, well, I can have a little dig here. The offside was correct. But Danny Mills is on the boil. He's a card waiting to happen. It's lazily given away to Pires. Chance here for Arsenal. Henry. Pires! 9 goals in the last 15 games for Robert Pires. There is no more free-scoring midfield player in the country right now than the elegant Frenchman. But the opportunity presented itself through another Middlesbrough mistake. First to give the ball away, and then Southgate stuck out a leg and just dollied it into the path of Pires, who at the moment is scoring in just about every game. An unhappy afternoon for a centre-back of some renown. Better. Swindon all too easily brushed off the ball. Here's Ljungberg. He has taken over Pires' left wing station. Drift in field quite as much as the man he's replaced. Sigon. Vieira. Now Kanu. Being invited to shoot almost. Now the invitation is for Ljungberg, off the post and in. It's 4, and if it stays like this, Arsenal are going top of the Premiership tonight. The way they're playing, the way they're attacking with such verve, it's not going to stay like this. It could well be more. Kanu, the half-time arrival, getting the benefit of 1 or 2 ricochets, notably off Riggott, and Schwartz's touch not enough to deny Freddie Ljungberg. As it was at the Riverside in August, Arsenal 4 goals up against Middlesbrough. Suddenly becomes relevant to point out that Arsenal won this fixture 8-0 in 1934-35 and 7-0 in 1947-48. Sorry, Steve. Juninho, quickly taken for Macaroni. Around Lehmann, goes down. Referee says penalty. Now this provides an interesting dilemma. Steve McLaren suggested before the game that Danny Mills would be the choice to take a penalty, but Macaroni has pushed him away. Well, it's a show of authority, but not of unity. Lehmann, the judge, to have brought down Macaroni, and he's pushed away Mills, and he himself is going to take the kick. Massimo Macaroni, 4-1. Scant consolation. Ian Mills at odds in the first half penalty incident. And Mills left bamboozled. Fantastic skill. Edu, blocked by Riggott. Mills indulging in a little bit of baiting with supporters on the far side as well, I fancy. Made to look rather daft. Vieira. No, held back by Boateng. No question who's got the better of that particular midfield contest today. Nearly goal number 5. Macaroni. time. Familiarity breeds contempt, and Arsenal have completed a contemptuous dismissal of one of the country's most secure teams. Middlesbrough never showing as an attacking force. They do have 3 chances to make amends in the next 3 weeks. That's either motivating or a huge worry. A frosty relationship ends with a handshake. A one-sided game ends Arsenal 4, Middlesbrough 1. Vieira goes down. Oh, referee says penalty. Danny Mills is pushing this to the limit. It's Henry. And he's telling Danny Mills precisely what he thinks of him. Arsenal a goal up. Henry. Correction. 2 up. Pires. Now the invitation is for Ljungberg. It's 4. Arsenal are going top of the Premiership tonight.
Arsene, how satisfied are you with Arsenal's performance today?
It was a great performance, I would say, with everything you like, movement, created chances, defended well, until it was 4-0, and in the last 15 minutes we took it a little bit easy, but for 75 minutes was outstanding.
Are you glad you have to play the same club, if not the same players, 3 times in the next 3 weeks?
We've got no problem with that. They were the better team on the day, and we didn't perform. That wasn't the Middlesbrough that we've come to know over the last 4 months away from home, and we'll be better next time, no doubt about that.
How difficult was it to take that penalty with Danny Mills chattering away at you all the time?
Well, you know, it's it's kind of a tricky one, you know, because the most important thing we had a good chat with the ref. He just said to me, you know, I could have done without that reaction, but I was just saying to him, you know, you could have done it in a way as well by taking Mills off my face, because he was just like in front of me trying to put me off. But you know, that kind of thing happens when you play, you know, with your friend in the park, and you know, it's just this kind of thing happens sometimes. After, you know, I shook the hand of Mills at the end of the game. You know, it wasn't. But at the end of the day, you know, he tried to put me off, but the most important was the result.